I'm the chairman in title only. To me, I feel we're all equal. I know we're all equal. The brain power that's in that room when we sit, it's amazing.
This is President Cooper. Welcome to another episode of Leadership to Membership. Today I'm joined by a good friend of mine, a brother that's been a part of my life for over 20 years. And now he has moved into a new role, and I'm going to ask him to talk a little bit about it. Joey Calabro is from Local 1158. He's been there a long time. I'll ask him about his tenure as well. But it's my honor to have him here today because in January 1st, he'll be stepping into a new role of leadership for the IBW. He's been on the leadership team for about 20 years as far as an International Executive Council member. But as of January 1st, he will assume the role of chairman of the International Executive Council as Chris Erikson, the current chairman, is slated to retire. So with that, good morning, Joe.
Good morning, President Cooper.
Oh, it's so good to have you here. You can call me Coop. Everybody does that comes down here and sit, and I know you've always called me Coop.
I always have.
Joey, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Well, I'm from New Jersey, a little west of New York City, East Hanover. My local is the charter's out of Newark, New Jersey. It started as a manufacturing charter. We moved in years ago into the government worker charter, county, municipalities, and so forth and so on. That's the main crux of our local. Thank God, because as you know, manufacturing has gone slid backwards and slid down for in the last 15 or 20 years. I have about 3,000 members, made up of, like I said, public employees, some food service workers, manufacturing, small manufacturing. And I even had, if you read the journal from way back in the day, I even have doctors in my local.
Wow.
A funny story, when I first got on the IEC, we all sat around and started talking about who we represent. And I just said, give me a job and I represent it, I bet you. And the guy goes, I got one for you, Zamboni drivers. I said, I have 3 of them. And I have animal keepers. I represent a zoo in Essex County. Like I said, doctors in a facility in Essex County. Been business manager for about 35 years, since 91, where I was appointed and elected in 92. And things are going pretty well.
Yeah.
Some tough battles, as we all do now in the labor field, but we're doing pretty good, I think.
I didn't know you represented all those different groups. I understand why we've been friends so long, because you're an organizer just like I am. I believe that everybody deserves representation,
Yes.
just like you do. And I do know that you've been a business manager since 1991. That's kind of an icon in our industry, you know, to be a business manager and be reelected every 3 years by your peers is such an honor, and it's such a big deal. That means you're doing your job. And for the last, how many years?
35.
35 years you've
Yes.
been business manager there. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, President.
And as I said, you started on the IEC 20 years ago
20 years
now.
ago, yes.
And he served as the first district
Yes.
IEC chair. And he's seen so many things. You know, let's talk a little bit about the average pensions that you see in a year for the last 20 years. How many approvals have you done, and you think in the last year, and what the average is out there?
Yeah, I believe the average was about 130,000 a month. So if you do the math, stretching out, you know, year to year, in 20 years, we've seen a lot. And we've
Yeah.
approved a lot of pensions,
Yeah.
which I'm humbled and honored to do so.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you oversee the PBF, that and the death benefit, and one of the duties that you have is going through each one of those, and if there's an appeal, you go through those as well, assuring that we uphold the Constitution and we try to do everything we can to make sure the members get the money that they deserve from that PBF. And I really appreciate the work you've done over the last 20 years.
thank you.
As I mentioned, he started in a new role, and one of the reasons we want to do a podcast is kind of reintroduce you to the general membership, because, you know, you're an icon both in the 2nd and 3rd and 4th district. Everybody knows you.
Thank you.
And you've been there for a long time, and you've spoke at most of those progress meetings.
Yes.
And it's always been an honor to share the stage with you throughout my tenure. Even as a vice president at one time of the 4th district,
Yes.
I remember you coming there and speaking and talking a little bit about what you do with the IEC and those kind of things. So what's some of your goals as you become the chairman of the IEC, and what's your hope for moving forward as we go?
Well, I am honored and blessed that you had the confidence in me to appoint me, and the executive board voted and swore me in. Truly honored. I just had a conversation with them out there. I'm the chairman in title only. To me, I feel we're all equal. I know we're all equal. The brain power that's in that room when we sit, it's amazing. I've learned so much over the last 20 years from the different men that were on the board with me. You know, we had some transitions, some changes over the last 20 years, but every person that was on that board was stellar. They added so much to the international and the IEC. I served under 3 presidents, including yourself, and I'm totally honored by that. Very impressed the evolution of the IBW over the years, and now the numbers that we just heard.
Yeah.
I'm astonished. I mean, obviously it's a tribute to you and your team here. You know, it comes to us to review, but the numbers are impeccable. Where we're at now financially.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing where we came from. I mean, it's incredible. The numbers are absolutely incredible.
We've kind of shored up the ship over the years, being good stewards of our membership's money,
Yes.
making sure that the money's there for them when they need it.
Yes.
All those kind of things, and it takes a team, as you said. It's we stand on the shoulders of giants that came before us, and you know that,
Yes,
and I know that.
Yes.
And I was lucky enough to serve with President Stevenson Emeritus when he was
Yes.
here, and I
Yes.
knew President Hill. I served as an officer under him as well, so
Yes.
I was very fortunate to do that as well. You talk a little bit about the numbers. I know this morning when we sat down with the IEC and kind of went through some of the pensions and stuff, my opening comments was that there's all the board members there are the best of the best. You guys bring a great perspective to the International Executive Council, and on behalf of myself and all the officers, we thank you for your work, because you still have a regular daytime job
Yes.
too. And talk a little bit about how you balance those things, because that is tough, being a full-time business manager and still dealing with IEC business.
Yeah, it's pretty daunting. You know, being on the IEC, you have to travel, and now, of course, I have to travel more, which I'm up for the challenge. I have a great staff at home, and they kind of keep the ship sailing for me, contacting me, you know, constantly for questions and stuff that goes on, because I'm a public sector union, and there's a lot of grievances. So we're interacting with the members constantly. I mean, we have hundreds a week of grievances, believe it or not. So it's kind of difficult when I'm away, but like I said, it's about the staff at home, like here, like your staff here.
Yep.
And like the IEC here, everybody's qualified and they're up for the task to take the ship, keep the ship sailing.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of good people around you, and you got to
Yes.
trust them, and that's the key to success, is having great people around you. I believe that. And
I truly do.
you're one of those people for me. I know that,
Thank
and
you.
I'm honored that you're on my team. I'm honored that you stepped up to the chairman position, and I know for you, serving in the last 20 years, I've watched you serve with distinguish and honor, and
Well, thank
I
you
really
so much.
appreciate all you've done up to this point, and can't wait to see how we can move the IBW forward together, along with the rest of the IEC and the officers of the IBW.
Yes, and thank you for that confidence. I really appreciate that, and looking forward to serving under you and with you, with Paul, and just very excited about it.
Yeah, Secretary Treasurer Noble couldn't be with us today. He had other commitments, but he's usually in all the podcasts, and I'm sure I've had conversations with Secretary Treasurer Noble about the confidence we have in Joey, and we look forward to it. I just wanted the opportunity to introduce Joey more formally to all the IBW. And Joey, is there any parting comments you'd like to say to the membership out there?
Just that I'm humbled and honored to be a part of this organization. I've always have been for 35 years, but now it's at a different level, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody throughout the whole country in Canada. I was first district, so it was contained to my district, and I got to meet a lot, obviously, in my district, but never outside of that. At the conventions a little bit, but now I get a chance to see everybody and just hear different stories, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to hear the stories out there of the IBW
Yeah.
membership. There's some wonderful stories out there, and our membership cares about their membership. They really do enjoy being IBW members and reap the benefits of being an IBW member.
Yes, that's true.
So this is the closing part of the episode. Once again, I appreciate everything the IBW does, not only for the membership out there, the officers as well. Until next time, this is President Cooper, and I'll see you on the next episode of Leadership to Membership.